turn my sound on, my board. Oh my goodness.
Should I move my camera?
No. Maybe put it on the floor because we might get a little bit of reflection. We'll carefully protect it. We have on the show today Hanks from HanksPictures.com. Thank you so much for coming.
Pictures.
Hank's Truck Pictures. How long have you been doing this gig, Hank?
I started the website about 1996.
1996.
And back then it started off, everything was on my work computer, and I just kind of playing around. I was new on the internet, work had it, and at home I had a connection to work and I had a dial-up, so I was able to actually find a host someplace to put my pictures on. I only had maybe 50 pictures at the time. Some trains, some trucks, some buses and that. And eventually I got cable at home with internet, and I still didn't have enough storage to keep all my pictures there, so they were all at work on a computer set up to be on the internet. And I linked everything, and then eventually I had to get a host because work said, we can't do it, your thing's too big, even though it's generating traffic for us. So I had to get a host, had a lot of people donate money to help me get it. Otherwise, my wife says, you can't do this on your own. And it was humbling that all these people were already interested in my website. They wanted to keep it going. So that would have been 2001. Then 2003, I had to get another host because my site was so busy. And I've been with that host now since 2003.
And this is what you do full time?
Well, back then it was a full-time job plus working on my website. Now I retired in January, and now it's full-time.
Wow. So where do you go? Do you travel across the country, or is there enough material here?
Well, I go to the BC show here. I'll go to the Alberta show some years. I've gone to the island a few times, go to Washington State, and every year I go down to Oregon. There's a big show down there in Brooks, Oregon. I've been to Pennsylvania, to Macungie, to a show there one year.
Really?
And if there's the ATHS that I belong to, if they have a national show that's kind of close by that I can drive to, and furthest we've driven to one is in Colorado Springs. So my wife comes along, we do the show for 3 or 4 days, and then we do touristy things. We see the sights around and stuff. And we've done that, since 2001 is the first national show we went to. And it's usually about every 3 years is one on the West Coast or on the western part of the U.S.
So have you taken formal training, of course, in photography? And
I've taken some night school courses back in the 70s, but it was kind of beginner stuff and that. And no, I've just been seriously into photography since the early 70s. And just kind of... So
you got Nikon equipment?
Yes.
What have you got?
Along with me today, I have a D3 with a 70 or 24 to 70 lens, and it's my main use lens that I use at truck shows, and usually just wandering around the cities or something, I'm taking pictures of buildings.
No, the D3 is a legend, right?
It is, yeah. And it was getting a little old, and so I bought a D700 as a secondary in case. Hardly used it lately because this thing is just lasting forever. And then a couple of years ago I bought a D800 because I wanted to start doing massively big blow-ups of people's trucks, and I have it along in the truck. So after the show today I'm going to doing some special photo shoots.
How big can you blow it up?
I've never tried it with that one yet. Back in the days when I had a D100, I blew up a picture 42 by 28, and it turned out great, and that was only, might have been a 12 or 16 megapixel camera.
Really?